Hello, hi, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. As usual, just bringing you some live coverage. My name is Juliet Makapila, and I'm outside the Royal Court of Justice, where people are definitely sleeping outside here. Thank you, Wade, for joining in. Thank you, Duncan Buchanan, for joining in, who is a Lib Dem. And I'm right outside the Court of Justice, the Royal Court of Justice. People have decided to come and camp in here waiting for the court case tomorrow morning, which is going to be challenging Article 50 and how that went about. Yes, got people coming in from all sides of places. Hello, hi, I'm on live coverage. Would you like to tell people why you're here today? And this is somebody I was with in Manchester the other day. Go on, speak to people, live coverage. Why are you here? First of all, what's your name?
I'm Kath Moss. I've come down from Manchester.
Thank you so much. And I was with you in Pack Life.
Absolutely.
Yes, and thank you. Tell people why you're in London today.
Why am I here? I'm down here. I've been here today. I'm sleeping over tonight, and I'm here again tomorrow. I'm here because fundamentally I think Brexit is wrong. I think it's wrong on many levels.
Thank you, Phyllis, who is watching from United States. Thank you. I hope USA is okay. Phyllis, we are here. We are fighting for hashtag Stop Brexit, and I know that you support this. Thank you for watching all the way from United States. Yes, you were saying.
And so there are a couple of really important days from a Houses of Parliament perspective, and then the Article 50 challenge. And so I've come down from Manchester because I think it's really important when something is so fundamentally wrong that as a people, when the democratic process is not responding correctly to that misjustice, that we as people do our bit to make our voices heard.
Thank you.
And to correct that wrong. I would like to see Brexit stopped. I don't believe it's in the national interest.
Yes, and you're wearing I demand a vote, the final Brexit for people's vote.
I certainly am. If truth be told, I would prefer that Parliament did the job that they are elected to do. And I think the vast majority of MPs, or certainly the majority of MPs, know that Brexit is damaging for the country. And I think they also know that many people will have voted for Brexit to resolve issues that Brexit itself will not resolve.
Right.
And that could be better resolved through domestic issues.
Yes.
And I am partly here to ask those MPs that know that Brexit will be damaging.
And earlier on, a few MPs turned up, I hear.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
And I think they heard our chanting, and I think tomorrow we will chant louder.
Yes.
Because it's absolutely important that our MPs know that it is not the will of the people. The polls suggest the will of the people is changing.
At least to something like 57. That's what we were being told then. 57 with,
You know, but 57, 43
Big.
now in favour of Remain.
Yes, yeah.
You can't then. It is very, very. It's an ill judgment of the government. To carry on.
Yes.
With a Brexit for which they have no plan, and still treat that and call that the will of the people. And I think we are now at a position. There is no plan for Brexit. There's no vision for Brexit. There's a lot of evidence suggests it's damaging. We know that a lot of the Leave promises won't be delivered, and public sentiment is changing, and I think
and with a lot of this number 10 vigil here, Manchester for Europe here, Leeds for Europe here, I can see people from Devon, people, different people who have been campaigning, as you can see, different people, and of course down there is Stop Brexit. And yes, so thank you so much for coming all the way from Manchester. Really appreciate you. Tell people again your name.
Absolutely. I'm Kath Moss.
Kath Moss again.
Manchester
thank you.
For Europe.
Yes.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Yes.
And
thank you for Manchester for voting in Stop Brexit as well.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
youth there were lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
but you know, I would put a plea out to anybody who's listening.
Yes.
Get involved.
Thank
it's
you.
not too late. We can change this. If you don't like Brexit,
yes,
please get involved.
Thank you so much. And we've got until next year, but we still need that help. Thank you. This is all you can see. Dedication it takes. It takes a lot of dedication. People have traveled across the country, and as you can see, some people are sleeping right here waiting for the court case which is happening tomorrow, which is going to be challenged here in these very same courts. And a few of the people here as well sponsored, I'm being told, contributed and took these to the court case. So yes, I am definitely here right down, hanging on. It's a cold night as well, but people are managing, as you can see. The thing is Stop Brexit here. So I would like to appreciate Jack Dutt for coming on. I want to appreciate Comfrey Odeyo as well. Thank you for joining in. Prince Priska Magura Chireka, thank you for joining in. Wade, thank you for joining in. Kathy Kress, all the way from America as well, thank you for joining in. Rita Kwoyeji, thank you for joining in. Thank you so much for your comment, Wade, as well. I am reading that comment. I love the civic's passion of ordinary people to openly and without fear or trepidation to fight for causes that they believe in. Thank you, Wade, for your comments. And I have read that. Samuel Nyando, thank you so much as well for joining in. And Elizabeth James, I appreciate you for joining in as well. Marcus CCC, thank you. Duncan, again, thank you very much for coming in. Right outside the Court of Justice here. I will take someone else here. Patrick, let me see if I can grab someone. Okay, I've got Clive here. Clive, could you tell people why you're here today?
I'm here because we've got our court case coming up in the spring in the High Court. One that I've helped to fund.
Yes, yeah.
We're challenging Article 50.
Okay. Tell people more about the Article 50 and the challenge and what's going to be happening.
Means it's the notification that our government sent to the EU to say we're going to leave, and it's a 2-year process which ends on the 29th of March next year. If we do nothing, we'll leave.
Right.
If we can withdraw Article 50, it's irrevocable.
And I know you're one of the people who's really been campaigning very hard with Number 10 Vigil, Sodam, and many others. How is that going? How would you say that is going? The campaigns?
Number 10?
Yes.
We've been going since February 2017.
We have to find more there.
We're regularly there. It was a massive one tonight. We had big speakers. We had AC Grayling. We had Tom Brake. We had the top comedian who won the award for the best comedian in Scotland there. Who else did we have?
So many other people.
We had lots of speakers. Oh, we had the EU Granny, who was brilliant.
Yes, what was her name?
EU Granny.
Okay.
And Jo Bell,
Yes,
her daughter.
yes, yeah. Loads of supporters.
They did a lot of singing.
Yes.
We had Tim Evans. We had a lot of people there.
Okay.
So we had probably about 200 people there.
Thank you for being one of the sponsors for this court case and many others. We appreciate you. Let me just bring in a few more people before I decide to pack up and go. Patrick, can I bring you on live, please? Tell people why you're here tonight. 1 minute, yeah, thank you. Go on, tell. Thank you, lovely to meet you. Yeah, Patrick, you're on live. Why are you here today? I met you in Manchester. Tell me more about why you're here in London today.
Well, I'm here in London tonight because tomorrow night will be a very important court case. It's the Article 50 challenge, which is a court case that seeks to answer the question of whether Article 50 was submitted to the European Union lawfully or not.
Right.
And the claimant in this case, Liz Webster, who spoke at our rally tonight.
Yes.
She argues that it was not lawfully submitted.
That was Liz Weber,
Yes,
isn't it?
Liz
Yeah.
Webster.
Liz Webster. Well done, yeah. Thank you, yeah.
And so we we think this court case is very important because we believe in parliamentary sovereignty. Because the British people, they rejected political reform in a referendum a few years ago. And while they had another referendum about Brexit, they most certainly did not vote for political reforms. Is that right? No. And so we're here to hear what the courts think sovereignty really is all about.
Okay, thank you so much, Susan Fletcher, who is joining us from outside London. Thank you for joining coverage here. And yes, Patrick, yes. And so we're looking forward to see what the Royal Court of Justice will say, yeah?
That's right, yes. The question is whether they will accept the court case or not at all. That's the first thing we want to hear tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be a 2-hour hearing starting at 10:15 a.m.
Thank you. So for those people who want to join in, the best time for them to come here and join you people will be 10?
Would be before 10 o'clock in the morning because
you will be
we'd like
live
to have
here.
people here before then.
Right.
And if people are here early enough, then they can actually go and hear the court case inside the courts.
Oh, really?
Of
Okay,
course, yes.
thank you. We're allowed to go in?
Yes, they're allowed to go in. There's a public gallery, and that's why some of the people here tonight are actually queuing out.
Right.
So that they can secure themselves one of the top spots in the courts.
Okay, thank you for talking to people. People are watching all the way in USA. People are watching in Kenya as well, here in London as well. People are interested with this issue about the EU because they know that it's a very important decision that has got to be made. And what happens in Britain affects many countries. So many people are watching and they will be looking forward to hear what this court case is going to be bringing. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, and I'm coming back to talk to you. Let me get someone else just before they fall asleep as well. And I've got a very lovely lady that I've met here, and her name is Angel. Is it Angel?
It's Angela.
Angela, yes,
Space
sorry.
Angel.
Yes, Space Angel, yes.
Twitter.
And tell us where you've come from today.
I've come. Sorry?
Where have you come today from?
I came this morning very early from North Wales.
Oh, North Wales. Which part of North Wales have you come from?
I live in a village called Llanrydder and Mochnant,
Oh, wow.
which is famous because it's got the UK's tallest waterfall.
Okay, and why are you here today? What brings you to London?
Well, since the day of the referendum results, which I campaigned to remain,
Yes.
I've basically been adamantly active and campaigning against Brexit.
Yes, and you're looking forward to seeing this court case tomorrow.
Absolutely.
What results are you looking for?
I funded not just this, but many of the legal challenges.
Oh,
But
fantastic.
this one is really critical.
Yes.
Because if it's true that Article 50 wasn't correctly
Administered.
brought about, then obviously that's a big problem. But equally, if this case is lost, there's still a win for us because the case that you're part of it, aren't you, on the 5th of July?
Yeah, 5th
Yeah.
of July.
In Italy, then actually that would help that case. So there is no way, whichever way it goes with the Article 50 challenge tomorrow, there's still a positive outcome.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for sponsoring the issue. What would you like to tell people who are watching? Do you want them to come here? What's your strong message for this campaign?
My strong message is to everybody that it doesn't matter which way you voted.
Yes.
That's in the past now, and
Yes.
I respect the people at the time voted for very good reason.
Yes.
And that's absolutely fine. But 2 years on, things are very, very different. We now know that what we were promised isn't what can be delivered. It's just not possible.
Yes.
And therefore, what I would like people to do is to start to have conversations. And to, if they want to come on the People's Vote March on the 23rd of June. But basically,
Yay!
for people not to be afraid
Yes.
to say they've changed their mind.
Yes.
Because I believe a lot of people
Yes.
are good people and now they know the reality
Thank you.
of what this means. Please change your mind.
Thank you so much for coming from North Wales, and I appreciate your determination and everything that you're doing. And also, you're a big supporter of leukemia, you were telling me earlier
Yes,
on.
I have
Thank
leukemia
you.
myself.
Okay.
I've got chronic
Wow.
leukemia.
Wow.
And so I support Bloodwise.
Thank you. And Stephen, my friend, I was just telling you earlier on last year, did 100 miles for that. So thank you for the work you're doing across here in London, even for raising awareness for leukemia, trust and Bloodwise. Thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm coming down to another lovely gentleman over here. Tell us your name and where you're here and where you came from.
Well, I've come from even further afield, actually. I live in Northern Ireland.
Oh, wow.
I live in Derry and I live 2 miles from the border.
Okay, and what brings you here? And what's your name, first of all?
I'm Paul.
Okay, Paul, yes.
As you can tell from my accent, I'm not originally from there. I lived over here for many years, but moved to Ireland a few years ago.
And there's a big issue in Ireland, and here I keep hearing all these border issues. And
hugely. I mean,
yes,
we don't have a government largely because of Brexit. I mean, there are lots of other reasons for that, but it comes back to that in the end as one of the main reasons, and also because of the history of Ireland, the history of partition. One of the things that was really powerful about the Good Friday Agreement was it made the border not a total irrelevance, but it made the two territories of Ireland almost behave as one entity and make it sort of made the border more or less an invisibility. And Brexit is going to make that, in any form, is going to make that incredibly difficult. I mean, I as I said, I live 2 miles from the border. I'll walk the dog over the border. Will I need sort of paperwork for that in future? Probably not in practice, but it all becomes complicated. There are people I know who live and work either side of the border, cross it every day. I will shop either side of the border at different times. But it's not only that, it's, for many of us, it doesn't feel like a national border, it's a county boundary.
Yes.
And moving from Kent to Essex, you wouldn't see that as
what the politicians are trying to say
is
that if we go in a customs that will solve the border problem. It won't. Because it's not just about goods,
it's not just about trade, it's about actually culture as well.
It's about movement of people.
Ireland,
the Republic of Ireland and the UK have always had free movement of people. What's happened since then is that there's now free movement of people between the EU 27 and the Republic of Ireland. So how do you solve that without free movement of people?
When the whole thing's supposed to be about controlling our borders.
Thank you, Paul. And what's the mood like in Ireland, just apart from how you're feeling personally?
Ireland as a whole, you listen to Irish TV and radio as well as sort of British media, and the contrast is huge. I mean, most of Ireland thinks the UK is lost the plot, basically. I mean, there is within Northern Ireland. I mean, a recent poll was something like 70% would vote Remain if there was another poll. But our only representation over here is the DUP, who are staunchly pro-Brexit.
Thank you.
So there's a very sort of strong. I mean, there's lots of division in Northern Ireland, as there always has been. But
Yes.
there is a real sense that people feel really disenfranchised with this, and feeling really, this is really we're collateral damage, effectively.
Thank you for helping us to do this interview, and we appreciate you for traveling all the way from Ireland, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. At least cheer you up, and yes, and I'll wait. And are you staying here tonight as well, or you'll be going? Survive, yes. Commitment. And you say, I demand a vote. I hope to see you at the people's vote on the 23rd of June. Many thanks, Paul. Right, thank you. Let me try and wake up somebody if she's still awake. Have you decided to sleep? Right. Do you want to say something to the people who are watching?
Who's watching?
Facebook Live. I've got people from America, people from Kenya, people from London. Just tell people, why are you here and why have you taken this drastic action to make sure you're right outside here? Do you mind if I just hear? Why have you? Yes, go on. I can see you're wearing your T-shirt, People's Vote.
I've got my People's
Yes,
Vote
People's
t-shirt
Vote T-shirt. Yeah, thank you. I've seen it. Yes, and you've decided demand a vote. Yes, yeah.
It's really important.
Yes, and what's your name, first of all?
My name's Helen.
Thank you. Helen, tell people why you're here today and dedicated to sleeping outside for people at the Royal Court of Justice. Tell people why you're here. What is your main determination?
The reason why I'm here is because this country is at the pinnacle of some hideous crisis, and I think it requires pretty unusual, desperate action, and I've got to be quite desperate to want to sleep on the pavement outside the cause of justice.
Thank you. And where have you come from today?
St Albans, not a million miles away.
Yeah, but you're still here to make sure stop Brexit and ensure. And I can see you've been given loads of leaflets for people to come in on the 23rd of June.
We want as many people as possible to come and march on the 23rd of June, tell the government that we want a people's vote on the deal. It's really important they see as many people as possible. This government has to listen. They know they're doing everything wrong. They know they're taking us down a route of disaster. I just don't think they found a way to tell them.
And what hurts you most in this whole thing? Yeah.
It's not actually leaving the European Union, it's what's underlying.
Thank you.
It's what's underlying. It's that so many people in this country are so unhappy and so desperate about their lives that they've been led to believe that the fault is with our membership of the European Union and blaming the wrong things.
Thank you.
That's what hurts the most.
Thank you so much, and really love you for your commitment for what you're doing.
Well, it's
Thank
great
you.
that there's so many people here.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a great big family.
Yeah.
There's so much dedication going on. And,
Yeah.
we're not going to stop.
Thank you. Yeah, until the last minute. And I'll try and see you in the morning. I'll definitely wake you up with a cup of tea if I can. See you later. See you later. Thanks for that interview. Right, and I will see if I can grab one more person here. Are you happy to quickly do an interview with us?
Sure.
Right, go ahead. Your turn. What is your name? Tell people why you're here today and where you've come from.
My name is Tracy Bowes. I've come down from north of Manchester.
North of Manchester, yeah, I was just coming here.
Yeah.
And what's your name?
My name's Tracy Bowes.
Tracy Voice, okay. Thank you. What brings you all the way here?
Because we simply cannot sit back and do nothing. We have to say this is not acceptable. I don't believe that the referendum. I don't believe the result was legally obtained.
Oh, thank you.
So we cannot just sit back and do nothing. To sit back and do nothing, to not protest, it's the same.
You don't like the injustices that you say?
It's just
No.
to sit back and do nothing. It's the same as voting leave. The end result would be the same. So yes, we have to come out, protest. We have to show that we are not willing to accept
What happened?
yeah.
And you find it like it was a fraudulent vote and all that, yeah?
Yes. And
Thank you.
Also, as well as the vote being illegally obtained, I think there's also the Russian involvement aspect.
Okay, that was
that makes-
Cambridge Analytical thing.
Yeah, and all that we think was assisted by Russian money. So we can't just sit back and do nothing. We have to come out. We have to protest. Brexit is wrong, both from a cultural point of view. It's bad for the country. It's already share prices have gone down. People don't want to invest in the UK. We have to stop it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've captured loads of you, and really good to see people from North Manchester and everyone. And of course, your dedication counts a lot, and people will be watching this as well. So I'm right here, right at the Royal Court of Justice, as you can see. And people are really coming from a distance. I'm right here, and a few people have slept, and they will be right inside the Royal Court of Justice. ITV, I believe, has been here. I've seen a few people just camping in. So I thought, you know what, with this coldness, and you can see there something says Cameron May Davis Gov. Fox, yes, you too, Corbyn history books will hang you out to dry people's votes. Stop Brexit. There is a lot of heart feeling here, which says, and I will come to her as well. Can I take an interview, please? Is that okay? Yeah, sure. Okay. Just go ahead. You have your cigarette. Tell people what really brings you here. Go on, be yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a disenfranchised Brit. I live in the EU.
And what's your name?
My name's Nicola.
Okay. Which country?
I live in the Netherlands.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, as it stands at the moment, if we leave with the deal for citizens' rights that are on the table, if I have to become a Dutch citizen to stay living where I do, I will have to renounce my UK citizenship. So I won't be able to return to the UK. I will return as an immigrant into the hostile environment. My husband has MS and he is a Dutch citizen, and he wouldn't meet the requirement to return to the UK after Brexit. So I would, if my elderly parents, for example, need my help at some point, I would have to choose between not helping them or abandoning him. So it's really good to have choices.
And I wish your husband, you said, yeah?
Sorry?
I wish him well.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I wish him
Thank
well.
you.
Yeah. So, what's the mood like in Netherlands at the moment?
It's really good. Everything's ticking over. They are well prepared for Brexit. They're the only country, I think, who are prepared. They will take a hit because they do export a lot, but they won't sit on their hands, as they say, and do nothing. They will get on with it, and they will trade with other countries.
Say something in Netherlands language. Do you speak it? Do you speak the language? Can you say "Stop Brexit" for us?
Nou ja, dat is Stop Brexit. Ik kan, ja, wat zou ik zeggen?
Oh, thank you.
Ik vind Brexit totale onzin.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm still trying to come. I'm coming back. I've been with you.
I didn't even mention
It's all right. Yeah.
that I set up a foundation with two other British people.
Oh, fantastic.
In the
Brilliant.
EU, and we're called Final Say for All because I don't get to vote, and I'm having my rights removed undemocratically, and so we want, if there is a referendum on the deal, we want to be included in the franchise, and we want EU 27 citizens resident in the UK to have a vote as well.
Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing this message to us. So you're listening from someone who's from Netherlands as well, so you can hear it all. Many thanks for that. Yeah, let me take a few more, and then we can try and decide to go. Would you like to do an interview? Here we go. Right. Tell people what your name is.
My name is Gerard Johnson.
Gerald Johnson. Why are you here today?
Well, I'm here today
Yeah.
because I think Brexit is the big defining issue of our time, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I wasn't making a fuss about it. If I wasn't trying to get my thoughts, my voice heard, and trying to stop it.